I don't know about y'all, but every time I hear that music, it just makes me want to go bumping. Jumping and bumping. Like, I want to go back to a rave. I miss raves. I'm so glad I went to a rave before the world went to shit. Like, oh my god. Anyways, what's up? What it do? How's everyone doing? What's the vibe check? What's the vibe check? I'm gonna tell you I should tell you right now. Take this time right now to take a few breaths in and out, to take a hit, to take that, a little sip of wine, whatever you need to do. Relax and let's have a conversation. Ooh, that was loud. My bad. I guess I really want to talk about, why I've been gone, because I didn't really know people noticed, but yeah, I was gone for a bit, but I do want to turn this into a live also, so I'm about to turn my camera on my Instagram, and I'm gonna try doing this podcast and this live at the same time to kind of really spread my message, or what I'm doing, what's going on with me in the moment. But yeah. Let's do that. Okay. It's so awkward on here. Ooh, is this poor connection? Okay, never mind. We're live. Okay, my eyes look bad. I've had eyeliner all day, and my eyes have just been watering. But we're live on Instagram. All right. So for my Instagram, I'm currently on my podcast. And I kind of want to do a 2-in-1, just kind of deal, just talk about what I need to talk about. Because it has to deal with both in all of my platforms and what I'm doing at the moment. So, if you're tuning in, if you're paying attention, so what's been going on with me? I've been wanting to do a revamp on my podcast and really push that out more, and really shine more light on that. Because I really want to have the conversations about, collecting the collective, the human experience, the beliefs of it all, the realities of everything. What are we doing to change, to align ourselves? What are we doing to actually be progressive and evolve within one, instead of just staying in, the shit that we're staying in. If you guys been paying attention or have been tuning into my last few podcasts and my readings, I was talking about during inauguration week, in astrology and in just in astrology and in readings and in just in the energy that was going around last week and playing out into the next few weeks. It was a lot of it's gonna be a lot of explosive energy, and when I say explosive energy, explosive as in truth, as in realities, as in reality checks, where I'm okay. It's gonna be a lot of that, so it's gonna be very globally, it's gonna be very personally also. So I know for me, a lot of things changed within my personal life, and I've definitely had those moments of oh shit, this is the truth, this is what I need to step into, this is what I need to talk about, this is what needs to, be shined on, this is what needs to be illuminated on. Globally, if you guys been kind of just peeking out what's out there, a few things that kind of connect into the explosive of energy. Hello, loves. With all the explosive energy happening from last week, it didn't have to be up in front of our faces, but it's definitely something that happened that's bleeding out more. So, if you guys haven't paid attention to the whole stock market and Reddit situation, we basically saw that, the people played the Matrix game, and the guys with the money got mad, and they're suffering, and now they're wanting to put more censorship and regulations on the people, on the regular people, right? So that also goes in with what's happening since the attack on the Capitol, because they have shut down a whole platform. And yes, I agree. Like, there's some crazy shit out there that needs to be like looked at. But the fact that like we're letting censorship happen so quickly, and we're letting it just happen like with like right in front of our eyes, and we're like, oh, it's for the greater good. But do you know what you're giving up? Do you know exactly who's taking control? Do you know exactly what's even shifting? Because just because you're not on their side doesn't mean that this system, the elite, the people in power, the rich, it's not like, they're gonna switch, they're gonna give us any leeway, or like the game's gonna switch for us. No, that switches when we take matters into our own hands. So, like I said, we really seen a lot of people rising up and really hitting back at the game. In India, there's also a lot of protests going on within the farmers, and if you guys haven't tuned into that, that will be affecting a lot of that's affecting a lot of spiritual health, economic, a lot of factors. Like, you guys really should look into that. But whew, okay, as I was saying, like, a lot of things from last week have exploded. A lot of truths are just bleeding out. Systems are finally, like, we keep talking about the systems collapsing and all, but right now we're seeing it. Right now we're dealing with them. Right now we are in its energy of, like, what are you doing now? Like, what are we focusing on now? And it's why I'm really focusing on revamping a lot of what I'm doing, because I've actually met a lot more people, a lot more soul connections, just in the last 2 weeks, and I want to make my work and my influence as the best as I can. So I really do want to come back with better services, or like revamped services on what I can do, what I can help with. I want my podcast to really be out there to open those questions, to cause that shift, to really to actually answer the questions that we have, we just don't ask, about divine unionship, about divination, about duality, spirituality, any of those aspects. Let's talk about it. Let's really connect on that. I'm also really just focusing on building and connecting with a conscious community, because I don't know about y'all, but if we're not talking about shifting the world, if we're not talking about evolving as human beings and connecting with Mother Nature and the universe and expanding ourselves, then I don't want it. Like, don't talk to me. We're not the same vibration. But my services, my helping, my service is going to be those who are seeking the help, for the ones who are ready for this change. I'm here to help the ones who want this, who want to understand. Now, this does not also mean like shutting out those who don't want to. No, we all need to have compassion and unconditional love and understanding. But again, do not waste your energy on those who don't deserve it. Watch what you engage and disengage in. Big thing to just really focus on. What are you engaging into? What are you putting your money and energy into? What are you disengaging into? What are you ignoring, not actually putting effort into? I feel like a lot of us are now in the moments of, like, when we see something that is not being done the way we want it, we're like, fuck it, do we have to do it ourselves? Like damn, let me do it then. And that's been me for like since July. Yeah, since July, that's just been me. That's been me on a roll. Just I'm like, damn, like no one's doing what I need to see be done, so let me do it. And this lighting is still so bad. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Again, just a reminder, just like the reason I haven't really been on, and the reason I kind of been like kind of all over the place is because I have so much ideas and so much things I want to build and create, and I can take it a lot slower, and I know I need to take it a lot slower, but it's that process, and I don't know. I just published and wrote my first book, and I'm building connections. I am manifesting like a bitch. Like, I am just now manifesting to actually have bigger influence and change within the world, within communities. I'm really focused on expanding myself, on expanding my connections, and building that community. Again, we can have this community, this conscious community. We have to buckle up and start doing the work. Like, no more kid shit, no more, no, not even kid shit, just no more, be conscious, be aware, know what you're talking about, know what you are contributing and valuing into this lifetime. Why else are you here? And if you're having that question of like why I'm here, then ask those questions, seek those answers. It's such a beautiful thing to have trust within yourself. That's your superpower. Knowing you have trust in yourself and that every decision you make, you trust that's for your biggest benefit and your highest good. You push limits beyond anything. You are manifesting tenfold. You are always seeking the next thrill, the next satisfaction of your life. You are always trying to seek enlightenment. You're always trying to help others. It's just this beautiful connection, this beautiful awakening. But yeah, so for my podcast, I'm really gonna revamp on doing maybe a few episodes over, but I really want to refocus on the big things, on kind of like the spiritual transformation within itself. Hold on. There we go. My bad. My phone just paused. But what was I at? Spiritual transformation in itself. I want to talk about the ego death. I want to talk about the rebuilding, the deprogramming, the reprogramming, the awareness, the self-reflection. I want to talk about all of it. I want to talk about how we can truly heal ourselves and heal our communities and create new aspects, I'm tired. I do not want to hear anymore. That's how the world is. That's how the system is. That's how my parents is. That's how I was raised. I don't give a shit about any of that. Because guess what? This is for my podcast. This is for anyone who's listening. The world has stopped and it has resetted. We are going through the shift of what our parents were raised on, what our grandparents were raised on, is not working anymore. It's not going to work for what we're going through now. We have to get in touch with that wisdom, get in touch with that support to understand what they went through, how they've expanded, how they evolved, and what do we have to now embody, what do we now have to shine the light on, focus on to really evolve ourselves. Because the world is under reset. We are now choosing what do we value, what is the future going to look like. Does no one ever think it's how weird it is when we're just watching the news or whatever and it's like, for the next 3 years it's going to be horrible because the government says so, because the wealthy people say so, but they're going to keep making money, but we're going to keep struggling. Like, no one's like, whoa, like, can we not, like, just, like, is there no reasonable, like, plans or shit to get through this? Like, what are we on right now? And the fact that we're even seeing, like, it's a whole puppet show, it's a whole, like, it's a whole facade, it's a whole, like, movie we're watching within the government playing itself, and everything's just going on within itself. It's like, so they're struggling there, they're struggling here, but no one's doing anything for the people, no one's doing anything here. So what are we going to do about it? When are we going to be like, fuck them, and actually start doing stuff, which actually is happening. So, I mean, but, it's going to be a lot more focused, a lot more, blown up on, more achieved, more focused on, especially with the full moon in Leo. We are all having that boost of energy. So a lot of people are like, fuck it, let's go. Like, Let's see where my abilities get me. Let me see where I thrive in. Let me see what I'm prideful in. Let me do this. So, again, crazy shit's been going on. I've been wanting to go through this revamp of my podcast, of my services, of everything I'm doing. Again, what I'm doing and what I'm focusing on is I want to talk about where we are collectively and like consciously, and connect within ancestors, connect within roots, connecting with what is now, what can we be, where can we go, just this new community, and stop having the mindset of, well, what about these people ruin it? What about this? What about that? Let's think about us in a vibration in a world that's not even a possibility. That's not, that we're so intolerable of that. We're so intolerable of that action, of that mindset, of those thoughts, of those actions. Like, we would never, like, we wouldn't. Just, that's not a thing. We wouldn't. Why? Like, it's not. And you have to be willing to let go and shift and transform. And that's what I'm like. That's my life's mission to get through there. Like, to get through this now is to create new healing methods for self, for communities. Really empower the people to realize what do we really control, what do we really have our voices in, what do we really know about ourselves, know about our powers, know about what we can do. Because people are finding out our power now. People are finding out what we can do, how we can fuck shit up. So I don't know, I feel like everyone's going through this boost, and I'm hoping, if you are thriving, you are succeeding, you are changing, when I say changing, okay, I'm going to change the word change. You are aligning, you are thriving, you are going through the changes you're needing to, because it doesn't serve you, because you have to shift where you're at. Like, that's the easiest thing to say. But, you know what you deserve, so start acting and claiming it. Oh my god, my eyes. But, yeah, so with the podcast, I'm definitely gonna hopefully collaborate with someone I met. Yeah, hopefully collaborate with that person. I'm definitely gonna have friends and more interviews on this. It's gonna be definitely more of a group podcast. Talking about experiences, realities, all of it, just all perspectives, all walks of life. What else? If you guys are in the area of Dallas and Fort Worth, I am doing readings on Sundays and at an event. So just hit me up, DM me, and I'll send you the information for that. I'm still doing readings, so if you guys want to book any readings with me, if you guys are interested into any natal charts, coaching, if you just want any guidance, any clarity, I'm here for you. So just, shoot that message my way. If you want to support me in any other ways, I have my podcast. My book is out. What else? I need to stop saying so much. You know what? Okay, yeah. I think I'll just go with the reading now, because I'm trying to think what else I'm trying to think about. But that's all. It's really, I'm just on here to update everybody that I'm going through. Hello. That I'm going through a revamp. I am revamping my podcast, my services. Everything's gonna, come more. I'm just gonna bring more value to it. Okay, so I'll do a card pull for anyone who's listening to this podcast, and for anyone who's watching this live. But yeah, I'm gonna be working on a lot more projects. I'm excited to share. Just so much. I'm just so excited. Like, I'm already having so much manifest. I'm already having so much happen. And, like, I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. But how exciting is that? It's so cold out here, too. Oh, my God. Okay. So, beautiful. Alright, so, for anyone who's watching this watching this live, tuning into my podcast, we got the cards Medicine Mask, representing authenticity, and then Birth, representing renewal. So, with the medicine mask, authenticity. Okay, so, okay, let me see if I can like put this in the best way, like the best way to describe it. To do God's work, to do the universe's work, to do your soul purpose work, to live a life, a fulfilling life, to live a faithful life, to live a very successful and happy filled life, is to do your work, to do your when I say to do your work, like do your soul contract, to do your God's work, do your divine work. And the easiest way to understand where your power comes from is realizing when you're having fun, when you're enjoying doing the things that are changing the world, the things that are making you happy, the things that you are having so much value in, you have all that power in there. You are connected within the source itself. You connect with source. You are source. So when when you find someone inspirational, when you find someone so just like wow, like how are they doing it? How are they so connected? How are they just thriving? It's because they are being themselves, which is the divine being, which is putting so much love and effort and validation into yourself and into knowing you have a purpose and that you are trying to fulfill and spread that purpose every single day that you can. And that power comes again within you. The medicine mask is put that makeup on, put that war paint, put a mask if it needs to help you, but it's still you. It's showing your authentic, unique self. And it's just looking in the mirror like, let me put my face back on. Who am I again? And then followed by birth, renewal. There's the phoenix, there's the eggshell that's cracked, there's a plant that's growing, and there's a little boy. And with renewal, it's just this beautiful, with connecting with your authenticity, renewal comes. And, what I was explaining and expressing with you guys is that I'm going through a whole revamping. I am shifting a lot of my stuff, and I want it to come out better. And I'm going through this renewal, as so is the world, and as so as the collective. We are learning more. We are connecting more. We are expressing more. We are wanting to stop the suffering that we are going through continuously because we are stuck on these limited beliefs and these cycles that we feel like we can't escape, but we know better. So if you know better, do better. Hold yourself accountable. Hold others accountable in the sense of, if someone hurt you, if someone did something for you, whatever it may be, hold that accountable to that energy and to that person. Like, this is what I learned, this is what I've experienced. And that's it. You don't have to talk to this person. You don't have to communicate with this person. You don't have to just freaking hug this person. You don't have to even see them, but you have to make sure you're on this energetic level of letting it go and moving on and overcoming. Because again, it's all on you. It's all on ourselves. What are you holding on to? What are you not deciding to let go of? What are you not deciding to be clear on? Alright, and then again, with the full moon in Leo, we are having this boost of energy, of pride, of where are we prideful in? Where do we put our energy into? Where is our power coming from? Where do I want to speak up? What do I want to change? Like, that easy. The moment that little urge you get of like, speak up, like, I don't want to hear that. Like, say it. Speak up, fucking spit that shit out. Do not hold yourself back. Do not, oh my god. Do not wait for the right moment. Just do it. That is the right moment. The moment you hear yourself. The moment that voice is like, come on, speak up. Do something about it. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to complain about it later. Ooh, that was really loud. Sorry, guys. Alright. So, with the full moon in Leo and asking for moon energies messages. Ask for messages of love, light, and guidance from the divine source and from Mother Moon and from Gaia. Okay. So the moon messages we got was a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. New moon in Libra. So there's a balancing within and within out. So a new romantic cycle begins. If you start loving yourself, people will start loving you. You attract the energy that you are holding. You can only stay in that moment of being happy, of being famous, of being well known, of being inspirational, of being strong, of being different, if you are able to actually validate and hold the value of, I know how to hold this vibration, I know how to hold this frequency because I deserve it and because I am this. Believe in the impossible, Blue Moon. Believe in the impossible, guys. Your dreams, this renewal, this mask. Everything is falling down. So become the warrior that you are. Become the explorer that you are. Become the woman, the man, the multidimensional person, being, light person, alien that you are. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Again, we are going through just a transformation. We are going through a death. Multiple deaths. We are going through, what is the world going to look like for me and for my life from now on into the future? What do I decide is true? What do I decide is going to play out into my life? Alright, so that's how I'm going to end off the podcast and the live. So again, thank you for everyone who's tuned in with me. Thank you for the support, the love, the guidance, and again, I'm surprised people are keeping up, but thank you again. So I promise to come back a lot more stronger, a lot more. I'm just gonna have a lot more value to everything. I'm gonna have just great services and great energy. So thank you again for keeping up with me, for supporting me. You can follow me on my Instagram at Divine1. Divine, Divin with the number 3 and then ONE. Follow me there. DM me for any readings. Again, astrology charts, all that. But love and light, blessed be, and thank you all for tuning in with me.